So hi everybody for a little trick or treat for today. As you know, it's Halloween, and I thought about it. What could I do? What could I present you for this occasion? And yeah, I came to this idea like to think about it or look back, a little throwback thing. What did I listen to? What reached me big, or what was going on in the last few Halloweens? And in the artistic way, in the musical way, let's see how much I can throw in, because as always they close down early and I have like 20 minutes. Let's see how long they let me. Halloween is going on here in Vienna. People were masked outside, like not this kind of masking, but really Halloween style. Yeah, it's good that the culture is lived and people just have to be safe and double masked. Maybe they are more safe because even they put the mask on the mask now on this day. So let's see. Cheers. Let's start off. What did I do in the last month? A week. What did I listen to now? You see it in the background. That one. It's the song of the day, and I had a few things going on this week specifically. I do not have a real record of the week, but let me check what is the next best thing to it. I think nothing. Well, I listened a little bit to Fleetwood Mac. That I can say. I had a little throwback to Fleetwood Mac, which I love a lot. It's a band that has a really big standing in my whole existence, and yeah, thank you for that. Mystery to me, actually. I had this album listened in a little like yesterday again, and some Peter Green stuff, but Mystery to me is a nice thing where Bob Weston is on there on the guitar and really rocky, and this or Hypnotized, like this Bob Welsh dreamy voice thing, and it was kind of Fleetwood Mac week, but it's no definite record of the week or something. So let's. I brought along some stuff, so my diaries, and I'm gonna start out with 2015. So a whole bunch of diaries have here now. So let's look, what did I listen to, what was going on 2015 in Halloween and at whatever you want to say, how you want to formulate that. So okay, we're there. Oh, it was a really 2015 jazz phase. It was just I was really, as I see in this week, I was really active about seeing concert. I was in this week. I was checking out, saw live John Scofield on the 26th with Joe Lovano and the classic band. Then I saw on Thursday Gary Bartz. It's a saxophonist. When I remember right, I wrote down, like, I was a little bit disappointed by this concert. I had different expectations about it, but I just noted some stuff, like the drummer did fight with the time, and Gary Bartz is a legend, but it's not totally my kind of jazz. I was back in at this time. I like the pianist was really a comedian on stage or something. Like, he made things like jumping around like a clown while playing. Really eccentric, but it was just my mode. I was in the more classic thing, and this was maybe just too much for me. yeah, and the bassist was really solid. And then there was coming the weekend of, yeah, actually I saw a live concert on the 31st. It was, I think she's from Ireland or Scotland. I saw Rachel Shermani. The second time already, she was here in Vienna this year, like the second time, and I saw her all two times. First time by coincidence, like unplanned, and the second time here, totally planned in the Porgy and Bess. And she, Lee Konitz was gonna come, or was it this day? Lee Konitz, because I saw Lee Konitz live. I think I saw the paper like in the Porgy, like that Lee Konitz is gonna come, and I went later to it. It was a few weeks after that maybe. I don't know that now. I'm not for sure if it was also on the 31st, because Rachel, she played in the smaller venue. It could also be that I saw after that directly Lee Konitz, and now they messed around the light. So yeah, that was kind of the mode of 2015. Rachel Sermani, by the way, she's doing guitar-based singer-songwriter style, and yes. Let's see, next year, 2016, what did I do? 2016 was a year of jazz, and then in the end of the year I just opened a little tiny bit myself again, like to pop, and I did write a lot of stuff. Let's see, what is 16? That's 18. That's 16. 16 is looking this, like, by the way, like you can see Regina Spektor also like was, and of course Kate Bush. Those two women had musical impact on me in the late 2000s, in the late time of 2016. So let's see what was going on October. Oh yeah, Kate. So it was like the week of Hounds of Love. You can see Hounds of Love, and I did a whole essay with paintings and all that stuff, like for every song. Hammer Horror, oh my god, I loved it. It's so bad, and every song I just did an artistic. I wrote it down, like what I felt, like Hammer Horror. Like analysis of the music and what I did here, and what Hounds of Love is an album that will always be one of my favorites of all time. So yeah, it was your week in my life, Kate Bush, like, and the weeks before also, and a little after. So let's see, directly 31st, did I do anything? Yeah. Not exactly written down, but Halloween party, yeah, I was there at the Halloween party. So that was 2016. Kate Bush, and I have to say there are some videos of Kate Bush that totally have a Halloween-esque vibe. Like her art sometimes is really interesting, but with a really positive, to me, a really positive vibe. Nothing horror Halloween, like nothing really horrific. and I was really like, when I first time I did hear her voice on Wuthering Heights, and like what she can do, I was thinking like, is this even possible? Oh my god, what she's doing! She's going so up high, and how she's articulating it, and I needed some time to get into that, but I loved it straight away. But it was really like, it gave something to me, like just listening to this voice in that way, like it opened segments in my head, because I was never also listening to vocal music like for a year, but 1.5 year, 2 year, jazz was like 99% going on in my life, and there was no vocal music in there. And the little vocal music, these were all live performances from the Lincoln Center, which I really adore a lot. But for me, it was like almost only instrumental time. So that's what I have here. 2017. Oh my god, maybe I got confused now. 17, 18, 9. Yeah, it's okay. And they all look kind of, what's going on here. 2017 was the year of Prince. Prince came into my life, and Prince did take over my whole, I have the music journey journal. You can see all Prince, like the records of the week, it's all Prince. Until New Power, it's double-sided. See, week 38 was 37 was the first time no Prince, and I'm really thankful and grateful for all of this. Prince gave to me and enhanced and opened up for me, for my imagination of music, for my understanding of music. And going through Prince after jazz was the best thing I could do, because I listened to it with another kind of listening. So October. So what was going on in October? Yeah, it was almost. It was Pat Metheny. Pat Metheny, question and answer. And there was also a little Prince, like going on in this week. As always, Prince didn't disappear or whatever, but the record of the week just was Pat Metheny, and question answer, like it is a record that also is one of the big ones in my life in the jazz sector. It's a trio, and I talked about it a few times already, and I love it big time. It's my favorite Pat Metheny. If I go to a record, if I want to need a Pat Metheny high, then I would put it in, like it goes through from the first to the last, with 3 flights up, the closing track. It just brains out my brain to a next level, higher one. Just listening to this 3 flights up thing, like I talked already about it, like the drum at 5 minutes 5 and 5 seconds, like 5/5. Listen to that, what he's doing, like jim. When I heard this, I was like, oh my god, this is the next level jazz. Like a step into it, What I experienced with this record was only love for music, love for listening to that. It was also like one of the last records of the week, or it was a really interesting time in my life, and just for this record at Never Too Far Away, there is a phrase at 1:35. I call it the I love you phrase. I wrote it down like this big then. Like on number 3, I did hear Ornette Coleman a little bit. I liked how Roy Haynes did, he did state the melody in his playing so nicely. Change of heart, big time, all the things you are, old folks, really sexy, 3 flights up, and the opener Solar. So just listening to it, it's really something everybody can listen, not only a jazz guy. So next year would be 2018, and 2018 is really a crazy year. But I do not want to miss it because it's my life. You can see what was going on here. Emily Remler was a big thing in my life. I opened to many things, but musically I listened to a lot of radio in this year, a lot of radio. I even wrote down some radio playlists that what songs that I did hear that I always knew, for example, that I just I was going into David Bowie this year a bit, Joe Henderson. In the end of the year, a lot of Joe Henderson. I came a little back, Emily Remler, jazz. But 2018, Halloween. Where is the horror? And this year, Halloween was really horror. So I just can give an advice. But advice about feelings, and I followed my feeling a lot in this year. I just did the things that I felt, and if I didn't do that, I would have had Halloween for the rest of my life. And so as it is now, I just had it for 1 year or whatever, like, because from a crazy thing there's a balance, and from a crazy thing comes a really amazing thing. And so it proved to me, like this was. Here, Prince, you can see. Oh, that's the wrong one, sorry. It was November, December. October, November, yeah, this was the really crazy time. It was just after a really big bang, a really crucial time in my life, that I didn't even listen to music at this time. It was really, there was nothing going on. Nothing I wrote down. I was completely out of music. It was, the last thing I had going on was Horace Silver in 1st of October, like the Horace Silver Jazz like the Messengers, the first album of Jazz Messengers, including Horace Silver, doodling and all that stuff. But this was the beginning of October, and you can see nothing really. Oh, this is a blank. So let's see what was the first thing already I opened up again to listen actually to something was like record of the week style. It was that Prince thing. I just listened again to Prince, that you already saw, that I painted here the header. Yeah, there was nothing really going on anymore, like regularly record of the week. Like before I went through a lot of Horace Silver, Horace Miles, Prince. A really productive year, a really, like, I learned a little bit how to, I can, after this year, I can say I followed my feeling, and I did nothing that made me go out of this year with a life of Halloween. So just went out with some experiences that made me stronger for as a musician, as an artist, as everything, as a person, as I can look into my mirror, and I don't know if I didn't follow my feelings, if it would have followed other things. You know, sometimes you have like challenges in your life, and people sometimes say I cannot look in the mirror anymore or whatever. And no, I can absolutely look in it. It just enabled me to look in it, if you know what I mean. Like foundation, it was building a foundation. So I wouldn't miss it. 18, interesting, crazy year. I did a lot of painting, and I have a few paintings that I will show you from this time. And the most crazy Halloween painting, I have a few, like all of 2018. I put a lot of into these painting things, like I just let it flow, let it out, whatever. It's like a meditation for me. But I really tend to look back to these paintings with kind of mixed feelings, and that's also why I'm not really fond, or like I don't really push it out to whatever, like to show everything, like display it. Well, I just have a lot of paintings that nobody saw. I gave a few away back then, and here is the most crucial, I would say, that I did in this time of 12. It was in July 2018, and I painted it. Then that's how I felt about something. I wanted to express it, and then I went. It wasn't the night. I went home from on the street, and I did do it like on the street. I damaged the whole thing and did a beer on top and made it, dropped it on the street and whatever. And now this is how it looks. I completely smashed it after painting it, and took my pen, and this is really Halloween, heavy Halloween content here. Not because I didn't like the painting, because I always paint with a certain thing going on before or whatever, and to express my feelings and put it in. And this is just how I felt back then. I don't know. This is art from another way, but it's nothing I really want to display, because maybe with the story it's another thing, but yeah. Then I have another painting from 2018 that's also kind of Halloween, creepy vibes, from August. It's called Choleria, number 66. It's this dog, like a fight dog for a fight. There are those. I don't like fighting and this kind of stuff, but there are really aggressive dogs also existing. And I was imagining this. You can see the dog already has this kind of mood going on, and just before to make his attack to his prey or whatever. And under it I wrote some stuff that was more of a looking back into a childhood memory, things I faced in from a person or whatever. You can see it how you want it, but I was just thinking about a dog, this wild finger threatening me, and these words I connect with it. It's just also in this painting. Then I have another thing from this time. I love Italy a lot, so let's go. We have 10 minutes left, so let's go again a little more far away here. Autostrada. This is a scene how I thought about I thought about the quarantine, like just before I was thinking, like what could I just add now to this video, like what could be interesting, and this was just like next to that one, and kind of it's also like from the number like 66 and 73, it's the same time, so just this would suit because we were in the like stuck in the traffic and in the car with a trailer on the back, and I had to go to the toilet. I couldn't because we were on the stuck, and then I think I went somewhere out because we were there for 2 hours or more, like in the hot heat in summer. My little sister next to me, my mother in front of me, the man of my mother, and this was my seat, where I had pushed in my stuff. I had my music with me, I think Linkin Park, and I was into hip hop, Eminem, this kind of music, like a memory from the 2000 to 2004, from this time period. And yeah, this painting just symbolizes a little bit of the quarantine because they shut down Austria again, like not for the whole day, but from I don't know, I think from 6 or 8 p.m. it's not allowed to go outside or whatever, and it's not allowed to meet other people, only when you are only allowed to meet, like if you come together somewhere in-house in a private location, it's okay, but also only from 2 separated entities of living, like I can go somewhere, but if another friend is there, it's not allowed, something like this. And another really creepy thing I have chosen from the painting side, but this now is it's a record player, and I was thinking about music and artists, and when I painted this, it was 9th month of 2018. I didn't name it, but it's the gramophone, and you can see there's all this. I painted like a city street, and like it's a symbol, should symbolize like the memories of an artist or whatever, like really crazy things, whatever it's in there. Like I think more of the inspiration from an artist to do his stuff, and it was all the time like all the great art, or many of them have really gone through interesting periods in their lives that you can say it was like a permanent Halloween for some time, and which led them to do amazing music and amazing creations, amazing stuff. The causes, the inspiration, like are sometimes also in Halloween-esque happenings. So I painted, I was thinking, I don't know what I was actually listening to that inspired me then ultimately, but I was thinking about the gramophone, and that a lot of music is made of blood, like symbolized, like as a, not written with, you know what I mean, like this. So even like this the needle pushes in like the mind of the artist, and causes it to have some Halloween, and maybe it bleeds or whatever, and from this blood the record will be nourished. And you can also see here 2 persons. I was thinking about man and woman, like female and male in that case, like that there is it's really important, like what you do if feelings are involved in a life, like feelings of love, like feeling this kind of thing. I'm talking. I have to go quick now. And from this crazy Halloween-esque mind memories of an artist, there's the real thing that causes this blood is always like when love is involved. So, but this is the balance. I think for me personally, if I would say if I took it to in my perspective, like a blood, we all have blood in us. It's a normal thing of life, and sometimes you have to give it up. You lose it. You get wounded or you cause wounds or whatever. So they already closed. So I really just want to finish off with 2019. 2019 book to see what's going on. That's my 2019 book diary. So it was really interesting and beautiful year, especially the end of the year. But okay, let's see. But also connected with a little blood. Halloween creep vibe today. So we are in. So with November, a beautiful thing started in my life. But just before this was the last week before I had discovered that I actually really love to look in the mirror. And Roberta Flack, Killing Me Softly. Oh my god. It's a really creepy episode today. So Killing Me Softly. And what did I do? This was the record of the week. So what I actually really loved about it is that Ron Carter is playing electric bass. This is really cool. It's really something that stunned me because I just knew him from his work on the double bass. Yes, 31st. I was listening to, of course to Roberta Flack, but also to Josephine Baker. I happened to listen also to Tina Turner and to the Scorpions, Wind of Change thing. And it was really a wind of change time going on last year, 2019, last year, end of October, and Jimmy Lansford, I just listened into the CD, but what was interesting, but I just listened it one time, like a compilation of him. He's a singer, so I have to go, but so 2019 was after 2019 Halloween, it just started to get really, I did have a little more dark music going on before, jazz, things through it all, like through all kinds of, there was no continuous flow of artists or whatever. And after it I just started to check out John Mayer for some occasion. No such thing. It did have a big impact, which led me then to that. That was actually the first week of November with As I Am. Looks like this. up. And it was like opening something new. And I have to say, end of October, beginning of November was all those years. If I look back, like if it was the Kate Bush, like opening to pop again, like here, opening to like looking in the mirror, like then the other years, they all were kind of special. And I really like the fall. I love the fall. Also, so I have to close down now. So, and one of like 2011, 12, from this time, and I want to close with that now. It's Soap and Skin, her first album. I think it was 2011 or something, Civil Service year, and it has a nice color for this time now, and also a really interesting art, as everything is really kind of creepy but beautiful what she's doing, and I really love this album a lot. She's also here from, I already talked about it and I already showed it, but she's an Austrian pianist that's one of my faves. Everybody should check her out. So, don't know when I'm back here because the shutdown will take the night away. So I'm gonna wish you a remaining happy Halloween. Thank you, McDonald's, for not kicking me out this straight today. And yeah, kiss. Miles Away is a song on the like Fleetwood Mac Mystery to Me, and you are not a mystery to me because I'm fucking loving you. Good night and enjoy your pumpkin.